My older brother, 30M, went to university and then worked in the city as an accountant. I, 27M, stayed to work for my dad as a plumber at 15 and went to college to get my qualifications in plumbing and gas. About the time COVID started, my brother moved back from the city and started working for my dad, 55M, in accounting. My dad has been unwell for the last 4 years due to asbestosis. It has been really hard on the family and he is getting worse but is still loving life. I have been running the business for the last 2 years. We have expanded and now have 50 vans in the fleet and 1 qualified and 1 trainee allocated to each van. COVID was hard in the beginning but we have bounced back. My dad still works on tools with me on Fridays. Half day, then back to my place for some beers. Friday is the only day I'm on tools now as I'm doing everything to run the business. Well, last month he told the family he is stepping down from the business due to health and wants to spend more time with my mother. And is giving the business to my brother and for me to step down from acting CEO. This upset me. I've been with the business for 12 years. At the beginning it was only me and my dad. My brother never wanted to be in the business, said it was not worth his time, and now he's the boss. And I've been dumped back to a heating engineer with a £20,000 pay cut. He doesn't have any clue what we do or how to do it. I spoke to my dad and he told me that my brother deserves it for all he has done, that he has a family and I don't, and that he went to uni. A lot of the workers are upset about the decision and have told me they will go where I go. I told my dad that if that is how he feels, then I will leave and start my own business. I have not spoke to my dad or brother since and have told them to never contact me. For the last month I've had thousands of calls and messages from family saying some very hurtful things and telling me I'm ungrateful for what I have. So AITA. Edit. I want to say thank you to everyone for your kind words. There are so many to reply to. I will do my best to thank you all. To hear my father tell me in his own way he doesn't think I'm good enough was hard, and for my family to take his and my brother's side was even harder. In the morning I will contact the large clients I've worked with over the last 6 years. I know we had some site postponed due to COVID, big money, and will try and take them over. I have 20 of my colleagues wishing to come work for me. I've saved nearly all of the money I have earned over the last 12 years, so think I have enough to get myself on my feet. Update. I want to inform everyone that I'm not starting a business to destroy my brother. As much as I want to, I've spent almost 13 years build it, and I don't want to see anyone out of a job or for the business to die. It's about 0500 in England. You have all helped me so much. I will be going over to talk to my father about 0800 and take him out for breakfast and talk. I'm not sure if I will get a proper answer from him, but I love my family and want my future kids to know them. I will update after the events of later today. Upvoted 2. As I said in one of the comments, I believe my family had found my post, and they did. This morning when I arrived at my parents' house, my mum opened the door and looked like she had been crying a lot. My dad came over to talk to me and we went out for breakfast. He didn't say a word on the way there or when we arrived. When on the way back he asked if we could pull over and talk. I can honestly say this was the first time I saw my dad cry. I asked why he did this to me. He said doesn't know I keep her pushing. And he finally told me he owed it to my brother for not being about for him as much as me when we were growing up. And there was times my brother needed him but we was working. I couldn't believe it. After 12 years of hard work, that was his reasoning. I told me father I had spent half my life working to do everything for the business, and how he throw me to the side just because his son came back hurt more than I could explain. He told me he knows as they had been shown the post I put up. To my surprise, he wasn't mad, he seemed remorseful. He told me my mother has been in pieces after reading the comments about how bad she treated me and thinks I will never talk to them again. My dad told me after reading it all he released, he should have split the business between us as it will need both of us to keep progressing, and apologies to me for never telling me how proud he was of everything I had done and thought I know how proud he was. But my brother has full control. My father has no say anymore, and my brother would never go 50-50. He told me he wants me to go back as my brother will need me. I told him that's not my problem anymore. After they demoted me and cut my pay, I tried to make it work for 3 weeks, but my brother wouldn't listen, didn't believe I know what I was talking about, telling me he knows how to fund a business. So I left. Why work my ass off there when I could do the same work and make more money for myself? My dad broke down, said that he had destroyed the family and should never have done what he did. I don't understand why I took this long to release. I was a valuable piece in the company. Update 3. As I said, I have had a couple of Zoom calls with some clients today, and they have gone very well. I have been informed that we all be sending signed proposal letters for the up-and-coming work. Lucky, the site start dates don't clash. That was one of the main things I was worried about. 3 of my colleagues have now left the business and have spoken to my dad, informing him about why they left and that they will be coming to work with me under their own choice. To hear them tell me this meant a lot. They all have between 5 to 10 years more experience in the industry. At the moment I have all we need to start a new business with the 3 vans I own and tools I have built up over the years. I am looking forward to the new venture in my life and can't wait to share this with my children when I have them. Then I received a call from my father asking me to come over for dinner. I was unsure at first, but thought it was probably a step in the right direction. On arrival, my whole family was there. I went in and the atmosphere dropped. My mum wouldn't look at me, and my brother just sat there acting as if I didn't exist. My dad came and asked me and my brother to come into his office. He started to ask when I was going to return to the company, as they need me in early Monday morning. I could not even believe what I was hearing. I told them both I'm not coming back and have started my own company. And what does he mean you gave the business to him, my brother? My brother stated to lose his temper, telling me if I cared about the company, why would I leave? I have some very choice words before telling him that I have always cared for the company and spent 12 years of my life working to make it successful. Unlike him who swans in and takes all the glory, and that I will not sit there and be treated like that. I told my brother to FK off so I could talk to Dad. I asked what was this morning all about, telling me he's sorry, but then expects me to going running back. He couldn't even look me in the eye, so I left, said goodbye to my cousin, nieces and nephews, and walked out. I've been riding for about 3 hours on and off, coming back on here to talk to people. I just want to say thank you to everyone for the personal message, comments, rewards and all the kind words and encouragement. I'll try and message everyone, but I'm exhausted and will most likely fall asleep. Update 4. Sorry, it's been a while. I've had a lot going on in the last couple of weeks. I'll try and explain the most I can. So the new business is going very well. We have a lot of work coming in and making good money. At the end on the year I will be looking at expanding, so very happy with that. Me and my fiancée are very happy. She is very busy planning the wedding of her dreams. She wants me to wear a suit, but tough lucky I'll be in my kilt. I couldn't be happier than I am right now, waking up to her every day. She is there for me no matter what and has been my rock through everything. Then my family, my father and brother, still refuse to talk to me and have told me they will not be attending the wedding, even though they haven't been invited. My mother has called my fiancé but hasn't said much, only to ask about wedding stuff, and will not talk to me. My fiancé family have been amazing. My soon-to-be in-laws have been helping with the wedding and everything else, and I am extremely thankful for everything they have done for us. My other family have now backed off and apologized and want to make amends for everything that was said. Myself and my fiancé are set to have our wedding in November. We sat down together and have decided to trying to have children after we are married. We are both excited to be parents.